children, welcome to my class. Today's lesson is about how to wash kitchen utensils. Here are the things you'll need to wash kitchen utensils. You'll need a sponge, soap, a scrubber, then steel wool. Now we'll be washing the utensils. So we will start with cups, and the reason why we start with cups is because we do not want to mix oily utensils with the ones that are not oily. Now, first you soak the sponge in water, then you apply soap. Good. And now we are washing a glass. A glass is very delicate, so you should wash it carefully. Make sure one hand does not have soap, then the other hand has the sponge. Now let's wash the glass. Make sure you wash it inside nicely. Good. Now let's rinse the glass. And you should rinse it slowly so that it cannot break. Good. Then you put it on the rack. Good. Now let's wash a cup. Good. Now let's rinse the cup. Good. Then you put it on the rack. You put it on the rack for water to drain. Now this is a cooking stick. Now let's wash the cooking stick. Good. Now let's rinse the cooking stick. Good. Then you put it on the rack for water to drain. Good. Now let's wash a knife. You should not wash a knife like this on the sharp end because the knife will cut you. So you should wash it from here. Good. Now let's rinse. And you should be careful when you're rinsing a knife because the knife is sharp and it can easily cut you. Now, when you're putting a knife on a rack, you don't put it like this because it will prick you. You should put it like this. Good. Now, let's wash a spoon. We wash it like this. Good. Now let's rinse the spoon. Good. Now let's put the spoon on the rack. Now let's wash the plate. This plate has remains of food, and so you cannot wash the plate with food on it. So you have to put the food somewhere. You can put it on a dirty plate or in the dustbin. Then we put water. The reason why I'm closing the tap is because I do not want to waste water. Now let's wash the plate. Good. Now let's rinse the plate. Good. Now let's put the plate on the rack. Now let's wash another plate. This one too has remains of food on it. Now we put it somewhere, like in the dustbin or on a dirty plate. Now let's clear the dirt. Good. Now let's wash the plate using a sponge with soap. This plate is delicate, so you should wash it carefully. Good, now let's rinse it. Good, now let's put it on the rack. Good. Now let's wash the sufuria. This sufuria is dirty, so we will use the scrubber. First, we put water on the sufuria to make the dirt soft. And before we use the scrubber, we should put soap on the scrubber. Now let's wash the sufuria. Now let's use the steel wool. First we soak the steel wool and make sure the dirt is gone. Good. Now let's spread soap on the steel wool. Good. Now let's clean the sufuria. Good. Now let's rinse it. Good. Now let's put the sufuria here. Now let's wind up by cleaning the sink. The sink is supposed to be clean after you finished washing the utensils. Now let's rinse the sink. Now let's take the remains of food and put them in the dustbin. Now let's rinse the things we used to clean the kitchen utensils. Now let's rinse the things we used to clean the kitchen utensils. end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Remember to subscribe to my channel.